Well, I'm sure that as you are placing your plant symbols into the design, you're selecting symbols that have some sort of relationship with a particular species. You might be interested in the acacia palmatum, the red stem form, which is one of my favourites, or some of the dryland salt bushes, Rhagodia spinescens, and they're a grey silvery bush, or even to use dracaenas as a feature plant in that long vista looking from the family room area into the garden. So you would be choosing symbols to sort of match the particular species that you're going to specify. So what I've done here is to label all the species in the drawing using the leader command, so dimension and leader. But that's not necessary to do because gCADPlus provides you with a tool to set a symbol to a particular plant name, and you'll get the spelling right, and that will help in automatically generating a plant schedule. So the first step to do in this is to load a plant list. So all of our plant lists end in the extension gCP. So to load a list, I say let's edit a list. And I've got one loaded with this drawing. I've called it Mediterranean Climate List gCP, and there'll be a copy of it on the website for you to download if you want to work through this particular example. What you'll notice when you pick up the list is it's relatively long, and clearly we're not going to use all of these plants. And you'll also notice that early on in the list there is no sign of this red underline. That red underline comes from our spell checker that's built into gCADPlus. So terms like semibacata the system doesn't know about, and you need to add that to the dictionary, and you can search for the little movie that shows you exactly how to do that. The key thing now is you load a list, and from that list we assign some plants to symbols. So let's see how that's done. I'll OK that list, and we'll say gCADPlus set data to a plant. So I have a little symbol here for Dianella revoluta. So I pick the symbol, and up pops the plant list, and I can scroll down to hopefully there's a Dianella in the list, and it's the revoluta, the flax lily. So I assign that symbol there to be Dianella. This one here we can assign to Rhagodia spinescens if it's not already assigned. To see whether a symbol is assigned, we can go to gCADPlus and view the list. So Atriplex semibacata is one of the salt bushes is assigned, but not Rhagodia. So we can close it, and we can say gCADPlus set data to a plant. We'll pick that symbol and come down to Rhagodia, and it's the variety deltaphylla, and we can assign it. This one here is the red form of Acer palmatum, which doesn't seem to be in the list, so I'll have to add that a little later. I'll cancel from there. Now you can get a visual. Well, here's a dracaena. Let's add the dracaena. We'll set data to a plant, pick that symbol, and hopefully there's a dracaena there. There is, so we can assign it. We have a visual way of checking which plants have been assigned, and gCADPlus, and we can say show symbols with names, and you can see the ones we've assigned and assigned earlier are now assigned. So we just have to add Acer palmatum to the list. We can assign Cassia artemisoides and another species in here which we haven't decided on. So I work my way around picking up a list first and then assigning symbols to that list, and try and match wherever possible the sort of appearance of the symbol to the species. It's not a hard and fast rule, and you'll see that from that we can generate a plant schedule. We'll have added a few more names to the plant list and assigned things. So I think I'm right, but I'm going to check. So it's gCADPlus, show symbols with names, and that's a good visual clue that all of the planting symbols apart from the jacaranda have been done. So let's just finish off and assign the jacaranda. So it's set data to a plant. We'll pick the symbol for the jacaranda, and hopefully that one's in the list. and it is, and we can OK it. So final check would be to view the plant list. So there now is the plant list that we're going to get. I am hoping that everything is in there. I'll close from there, and I find the better test is to say show symbols with names and do a visual check. So that looks pretty good to me. So we're now in a position to draw the plant schedule. So it's gCADPlus, draw the plant schedule. It's just a matter of picking the option, pick the option, and respond to the prompts. So it's draw plant schedule. We're asked to indicate the first point, drag away from it, and click, and that draws the schedule. And so the symbol for each plant, Acacia myrtifolia, is there. This is in the alphabetical order, and the routine has counted the number of individual plants of each species that's required. Later versions of gCADPlus will give you options where you can have the botanical name and common name in different columns. You could dispense with this little indicator if you want, but at the moment that is quite a versatile and useful plant schedule.